This is like, ironically enough, one of the things that, like, all of the people, all of the neo-Nazis that despised Ethan for being Jewish for years and years and years, you know, many of them are Sam Hyde fans, as a matter of fact, hated me too. We had the same doxers as swatters. How the f did this happen? I'm gonna get to the Pete leak in a second. What is the deal with that wrestler clip? It's not a wrestler. He is a pedophile Nazi, ironically enough, by the name of Sam Hyde, who lost his comedy career before it could take off, really, because of his love for doing both pedophilia and defending Nazis. And he was doing for the laws for like a year and a half, talking about how he's gonna kill me, how he's gonna murder me. He was interviewed after his boxing fight and was like, Hassan Piker, I'm gonna kill you. And the Nazi fans that he has always love bringing that up, because it's not like they're gonna go outside, but they sit around and hope that maybe one day someone who does go outside will come and kill me or something. I don't know. Very weird stuff. Yeah, he should be worried about heart disease instead. That's what he should be really worried about. Who said this? The pedophile neo-Nazi Sam Hyde. Check out the top comment on your kneecap IG post. I don't see it. It's just Palestine related stuff. What is the comment that you're referencing? The Cumboys used to be cool with Sam. It's weird how you can still be friends with them when they were friends with Sam. I wonder if the content cop said anything about this in regards to a certain content creator. What do you mean? Content cop said anything about this in regards to a certain content creator? Adam is still friends too. I don't think so. I don't know where you guys get this from. I'd be shocked. I saw him on a pod recently. I did not know that. Have you ever noticed how each member of Cumtown represents id, ego, and super ego? I have taken to calling them the brothers Kumazov. Adam was on his podcast like a year and a half to 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't think they was recently on his podcast or anything like that. Ethan cut off Ian over his friendship with Denims and others. In the content cop, Ian brings up this with Steiny, and Ethan said, and Tate. Yeah, I think that there was, this is before I met the boys, but I think that there was a point where they were homies, but I don't think they are anymore. Well, I have no idea, and it would shock me if they still were. You covered how Ethan discussed the Nazi, right? Yeah, I heard that he was like defending him.
A joke in the video or not?
You know what's funny? I genuinely think that
Bathrobe Bowling, thank you for the 25 good subs.
Sam Hyde broke Ian. And when he told me, he was like, he came and he
was
like,
such a bizarre chapter.
He says, I'm doing a documentary on Sam Hyde. I told him, and Anissa was here. I said, that's a huge mistake. Do not do it. You guys, I don't know who, I said, do not do it. Like, trust me. Because Sam's the type of guy who's going to get the best of you, really, no matter what. And it turns out he did. And he's even crazier than Ian anticipated.
Right.
He absolutely, I think it just broke him. And I mean, Sam Hyde's like super ultra right. So maybe he's just, I don't know. I'm like Sam Hyde now, apparently.
What do you mean? He's super ultra right. He is just straight up a fucking prominent neo-Nazi and a pedophile. He's not just.
I was talking about it in the.
I don't think Sam thinks very highly of Jewish people either. So I don't know.
I was talking about it in the office the other day, but I didn't know who Sam Hyde was until iDubbbz brought him back in the spotlight.
That's it.
I think a lot of people didn't know who he was, and he kind of brought him back into the limelight, and kind of now he's like popular again.
Yeah, he's popping. And that's all thanks to Ian. Now, I'll say Sam is an extraordinarily funny guy that inspired me a lot when I was coming up. But he's also like, he's just a little crazy. That's, and also like extremely right wing.
Bro, I feel like he's beating a dead horse at this point, but like Ethan Klein does not care about anti-Semitism even a little bit. He said, yeah, he's just an extremely right-wing guy. Dude, he's a Nazi. What do you mean? Like, for Ethan Klein, the CEO of Twitch is a Nazi, but Sam Hyde is just an extremely right-wing guy. I am a vicious anti-Semite. I'm a vicious anti-Semite. And he has more charitability for Sam Hyde. What the? He used to hate Sam Hyde. This is like, ironically enough, one of the things that, like, all of the people, all of the neo-Nazis that despised Ethan for being Jewish for years and years and years, you know, many of them are Sam Hyde fans, as a matter of fact, hated me too. We had the same doxers and swatters. How the f did this happen? Defending Holocaust deniers that attack anti-Semites, yeah.
And potentially a Nazi as well. Potentially a Nazi. I mean, he had when he did the world...
Potentially? Brother, what do you mean potentially a Nazi? Wait, someone sent me... Okay, I just want to look at something. Because someone said that Ethan was claiming that I was a Nazi because of the bleach sword that I have that apparently has the reverse the reverse swastika, which is not a swastika, but that's besides the point. Like the famous bleach katana that I have, they were lasering in on it. I want to hear what he had to say. I want to hear what his statement was about that.
Peace show. There was a sketch where it was just a bunch of kids going.
Yes, Zach and Dan called you out. That's so Dan.
News. We love Jewish people. And I was like, this makes me very uncomfortable. But that's that. Sam Hyde, congratulations. You did break Ian's brain. So. That looked like a swastika in the video. I know it was an anime thing, but maybe we'll be a little more careful.
I said that this morning, too.
Let me pull that up. I know that the chances that they did on purpose is close to zero, right? So I'm not accusing them, but like, just be a little more aware.
Dan said you're vile. What the?
Next time.
Why would they have that though? Like, I feel like you buy that, you take one look at it, you go, you know, maybe not.
I got no clue.
Well, it's not actually a swastika. It just looks like a swastika.
Pretty damn
right?
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's from
it's from an anime.
Can you send it?
Oh, it's from Bleach. Okay.
Oh.
Like to bleach my mind of this video.
I'm not gonna say that they're most genocide.
Probably should have picked a different katana for the
like
photo.
Ian posted this to Twitter, okay, with a katana. Not racist guy, not racist.
Listen, he's just embracing his new audience.
With the least anti-Semitic people on Twitch.
Yeah.
Zoom in on the.
There's a clip of you they show where you say you don't watch the show. I don't. I've read the mangas, but I've never watched the actual anime. And I stopped reading the mangas a long ass time ago.
The hilt. That is an uncomfortable similarity to a swastika.
It's a warm welcome to his new audience, Ethan.
Wait, how is that not a swastika? That's almost like it's doing the whole motion.
It totally is.
I guess it is a swastika. It's not like a Nazi swastika. Swastika's originally from Asia.
So
like,
wait, what's the name of the sword? So I want to see what it looks like in the cartoon.
Okay.
Oh, I don't.
It looks this.
I could never.
I bought this on stream, dude. What are we talking about? I bought this at Anime Expo on stream. Here's the VOD. You bought them on stream? Yeah.
Once again, have fun, y'all.
Have a good one. Like, I don't even fuck with bleach like that, but it's sick.
It is a cool sword. Let's see it. He's even holding it.
I literally say right here, I don't even with bleach like that, but the sword is sick.
The right way.
It's hard to take out though because it's got like the. No, I'm not holding it here. This is how you're supposed to hold it. Remember?
Come on, chat. Remember.
And this way you can't even do this. You can't do this because it gets stuck. Yeah, this sword is the Chicago Bulls hat of being anti-Israel. This is longer than a regular katana. It's sick. I want to get this out. I get the Chicago long. All right. Just can you give a watchful eye over my? Can you give a watchful eye over my manga?
Those would never get stolen in Japan.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Dan got clips sent to him. Dug up moments of you saying you don't even like bleach. Where they got these convenience clips so quickly? Who could say? Yeah, this is. I mean, here's another clip of me literally purchasing it because I think it looks cool because it's a long sword and it has like a little dangly thing. I have it prominently placed on my wall, but it's not in the streaming room. Like, I don't know why so many of my naysayers will just like look at something that I have volunteered and then try to make it into like a controversy. It's whenever people are like, Hasan, you have an affluent beginning and you're privileged and your uncle is Cenk Uygur. You are a nepotism recipient. And then they'll be like, and here he admits it. And it's just me talking about all of those things. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, dude, why would I be embarrassed by this? I'm not. This is my life. This is something that I have volunteered myself. Why do you think this is like some hidden secret? You're the only dumbass who thinks this is a hidden secret. Same with like me purchasing this bleach katana, knowing well that it's a katana for bleach that I am not that interested in terms of the anime itself, but I think the katana is cool. It looks dope. Why would I be ashamed of any of this? It's funny thinking you are sneakily anti-Semitic when you could make $1 trillion by being really anti-Semitic, like all the other dudes. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the other side of this, where it's like, at this point, there is no more safeguards on unlimited anti-Semitism. If I was anti-Semitic, I would just say it. Get a larger audience, as a matter of fact, constantly noticing things. You know what I mean? Why would I trap myself in a bind where people are like desperate to hear anti-Semitism from me? I'd just cave into it if that's something I personally believed in. It's such a stupid... Yeah, the reason why I brought this up, by the way, is because I wanted to see what he had to say about this, as opposed to Sam Hyde, who he was like, he's a really far-right kind of guy.
Never get into Bleach.
I just want to see it for reference.
Fake weeb over here.
Bleach. I'll say Bleach Nazi sword.
Katana.
Bleach Nazi sword.
Whose sword is this? Is it Hasan's?
That's Hasan's.
So. Yeah,
the thing is, like, you can't own this and have it and like have it out without being like, this looks like a swastika.
Yeah, totally.
Or do you think that now that it's been pointed out that he should remove the photo at least? Take it down?
No.
Bro, I like that immediately. The first thing is like, let's remove this photo, please. Like, it's always policing content, okay? For defenders of Israel, it's just one note, one speed. Can we get this taken down, please? Eve Fatlaw. Like, there's never been, I'm serious, there's never been a moment in my life where I'm like, this bothers me. I'm going to call the manager and demand that this person is removed. Like, how ridiculous. How is that the first? How is that always the first speed here? Jesus Christ.
He's not going to.
It's just,
that's a fucking swastika.
I'm harassing.
Come on, dude.
It's very close.
I mean, I guess objectively it is the shape of a swastika, but I think the intent has nothing to do with Nazi Germany.
The Nazis have ruined that symbol. You can't just be like, oh, well, you know.
Let me ask you this. Is Hasan a huge fan of Bleach? Does he have a reason to have this
Probably,
board?
Right? I mean,
I've never heard him talk about it in my entire life.
Well, how much you watching, you know?
Well, hold on. Let's see. Let's look.
He watches
He
watches and that is a very popular one. I could never get into it. I don't know.
I tried it too. I didn't like it.
I'm with.
Why is it that in there, they do these investigations, but they couldn't figure out where I bought this katana? The policing of people to talk to and the content to consume, they're like a toxic ex. No, it's just like, this is something that happens with supporters of Israel. They think that they run shit no matter what. Literally, straight up. Do you think that if you were a huge Bleach fan that Ethan would be charitable towards your sword ownership? No. I did this fucking on 2023, 2 years ago. I did this because I wanted to leave anti-Semitic breadcrumbs for my podcast co-host at the time. Eventually, to find years later on a fucking multiple month extended crash out. This is one of the many breadcrumbs, dude. It's because I own the media. It's me. I own it. It's clue time. Oh, I can't believe we figured it out. I wanted to maintain plausible deniability. But yeah, that's the face you make when you're like, ooh, my plan. Go buy a bunch of swords.
I got you, King.
Oh, Guts. You don't know what that is. That's
Berserk.
Berserk. That's. I can't believe you've never watched this. Let's say we entertain this insane theory they have. This would still be one of the dumbest way to do subtle anti-Semitism. Yeah.
With you, Dan, it sucks.
It sucks, right?
Find one instance of him talking about the show Bleach.
Okay.
Is there any mention of the Jewish people in that
I
show?
just don't know that you can.
I don't think
in the context of this people that talk about Israel and Palestine.
Somebody should have looked at the photo and been like,
come on, dude. Come on. Like, no, first of all, these people are very cognizant of what can even be considered anti-Semitic and used against them. Like, yeah, they very clearly didn't think it through. They weren't like, they didn't look at it and go, this looks like a swastika. You know, it's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, maybe
this is really perverse. They are retroactively trying to prove anti-Semitism. No, that's what's funny about this is that like the entire process here is done to scratch the surface of my secret anti-Semitic tendencies. And it's pretty funny to do that. Like, it's pretty funny to dedicate any amount of time to something like this. When in fact, Ethan also says I'm literally a vile anti-Semite all the time. Why is it? Why is it that like this is the one moment where you finally found convincing evidence? You know what I mean? You've already been calling me a vicious anti-Semite over and over again. It makes no sense. You already got it, man. You got me. You said I'm a vicious anti-Semite for fucking months before this, so I don't think he likes you, to be honest. Yeah.
It's probably a bad call.
Well, he's goofed around with the sword, right? He's goofed around the sword. He's seen it.
It's still up